back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBay. I am MovieBay, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing episodes 3 and 4 of Season 2, The Sex Lives of College Girls. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, I personally feel like it's too early for a filler episode, but episode 3 was giving very much nothing really happened. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, we all know that Kimberly lost her scholarship, so she's been looking for various ways to pay for her school. After losing her co-signer for her loan, she decides that she's going to consider selling her eggs. Now, after weighing her options about meeting her potential son at the gym after hitting on him, okay, she decides, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give the clinic a call just to get more information and to weigh my options. Now, Bella in this episode, she meets a shorter guy while they were working out at the gym, and he hits on her. Now, later on in the episode, they become sexually involved, and she writes a piece about him entitled Short Kings in her company magazine because the sex was amazing. Now, real quick on this, I love the fact that they were shining a light on shorter guys because everybody deserves love. But I would say approach with caution, okay? Like, just like the stereotype that all black guys are packing, it's a stereotype. So this stereotype that short guys have, like, you know, the angulars and all this extra stuff is science. Approach with caution, okay? Now, we all know that Whitney has been trying to find herself, and she's been really throwing Hail Marys to figure out something that she's good at. Well, she decides that she's going to take this biochem class to challenge herself. Now, this class has a 4% passing rate, and everybody is telling her not to do this, not to take this class. No one is in support of this decision, but she is so set on being fucking annoying that she ignores everybody, and she decides to take the class anyway. And I'm just thinking, like everybody else, like logically, it's not really about just taking easy classes, but you want to take classes, one, that pertain to your major, two, that is something that at least has more than a 4% passing rate, because you don't want to mess up your GPA and fall behind, etc., etc., etc. But she is so lost right now, and she wants to feel, I don't know, like against what she's been being stereotyped as, that she decides to take this class or whatever. So after feeling confident about her biochem test, she ends up failing it. Now, the day that she gets her test results back, we find out it's the last day to drop the class. A lot of people walk out, but she decides that she's going to stay and try her best. Now, let's get into some juicy stuff. Layton. Y'all know Layton is newly openly gay, and she's having the time of her life, okay? So aside from her rushing Kappa, she is openly dating around. Like, I don't like, though, how they were dressing these gay lesbian characters in this show. It was very stereotypical. It's like every gay girl wears a flannel and a muscle tee. Like, no. I don't like how they're dressing the people who are supposed to be lesbians on this show. It's really like stereotypical. And for a show that is kind of like feminist and very much so forward, why fall back into that trope? Anyways, Layton is having the time of her life. She is bringing back all types of girls back to her room. And one day, all of the girlfriends find out about each other, and we see just how small college really is. An emphasis on college is really small. The person you're dating is dating another person who's dating another person who is dating the person that you were just dating 2 weeks ago. Like, college is so small. It's literally a little town. So you really, really have to be cautious with who you talk to and who you sleep with. All right. Speaking of that, well, we're going into the restroom. Not we, but, you know, Layton is. And she sits down and she starts using it, and she has a burning sensation. Okay. And we find out that Layton has chlamydia. Now, she's in denial because she hasn't had sex with guys in a really long time. But it is possible to catch STDs from women. And I feel like this is a very teachable moment. Now, I'm not going to lie. I knew you could catch, STDs, from the same sex. However, I didn't think that she would catch it vaginally. Like, I was thinking more so orally. So I'm going to have to Google some things. Now, before we get into the juiciness of episode 4, I would like for you all to hit that subscribe button and or the thumbs up button if you are enjoying my commentary so far, and leave a comment down below. Were you well aware that you could catch STIs from female as a female? Let me know if you were just as slow as Layton was. Now, let's go ahead and get into episode 4, and I'm going to let y'all know beforehand, I'm going to rant. Okay, here we go. Now, Kim and Jackson are actually becoming good friends / study buddies. So Jackson invites Kimberly to come study one day, and her roommates talk her into thinking that it's not a study session, but more so of a study date. So Kimberly gets all cute, quotation marks, and puts on her good bra. But when she gets there, she sees another classmate. Fred is there. Now, Fred has a crush on Kimberly, and Kimberly finds out that Jackson actually invited her over because Fred wanted Jackson to put him down with Kimberly. I had to put that out because that was kind of confusing. So Bella this episode is excited about the launch of her girl magazine, but is a little bit worried because their audience is very, very small. So Bella gets this idea from Eric, inadvertently, to switch the covers of the Cotillion with her cover and use their print money to leave magazines for the student body. Now, Layton and Whitney are rushing Kappa. Is that what their sorority is? What's their sorority, y'all? Oh, well, whatever. They're rushing, okay? And Layton finds out last episode that she has an STI, but she doesn't want to tell any of her sexual partners because the person who gave it to her didn't let her know. Let's have an honest sex talk right now, y'all. This is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard, but it's very accurate, okay? Now, Layton and people like Layton, that person probably didn't tell you they had an STI because they probably didn't know they had an STI. STI and STDs can lie dormant for months, even years in your system. So you can be unintentionally spreading infections and diseases to other people because you don't know. So as the person who has the STI, Layton, it is your responsibility to be the responsible one and inform your sexual partners so that way they won't infect other people and more people and more people. Somebody has to be the responsible person after being the irresponsible person and be responsible by letting people know. I just want to say, especially with her attitude, she better be lucky it was something that was curable. Because, I know y'all hear about it all the time. People were purposely spreading HIV/AIDS because nobody told them, and they're just vengeance and spiteful and stuff like that. We gotta get, bro, you just a shitty human being. And Layton, that really made me, look at her sideways for not wanting to tell your sexual partners that you have an STI. Now, at this Rush event, Layton runs into one of her sexual partners, and that partner confronts her about giving her chlamydia. Now, Layton is being a butthole to this girl when she really just wants an apology. She was like, can you at least apologize for giving it to me? And all Layton had to say was, I didn't know I had it, but I do apologize for not telling you when I found out. That's all you have to do. This storyline for Layton really makes me not like her because it's you're being a butthole for no reason. Just tell the truth. So at the Rush event, there was some whack plot-filled event that the girls do entitled Secret Seat, where the girls sit in the seat and they tell sexy secrets. So the girl who Layton was dating gets into the seat and tells everybody that Layton gave her chlamydia. Now, I would like to preface Whitney's storyline by saying whoever is doing this young lady's makeup has a vendetta against her because there's absolutely no reason why her makeup should be the way it is in 2022. It's very much so pale and very, very pink. and it does not complement our melanin skin tone. Now, I can attest to black people being able to wear colors, yes, but the way that it is on her, somebody's out to get her. Okay, I just had to, because like, and it's not her because she's beautiful, but whoever is painting her face needs to be fired. All right, here we go. So Cannon is feeling Whitney's geeky study vibe because y'all know she's all about biochem now. What is this girl's major? Can y'all leave that in the comment section? I don't recall. So Cannon is like complimenting her on her new study habits, and then he invites her to their Christmas party for his frat, and then he asks Whitney to be his girlfriend. Now, wait, we have a problem here. Aren't Whitney and Cannon already in a relationship? No, they were never official. So, of course, Whitney panics because she's wondering now, was Cannon dating other girls this entire time? So while she's at the Rush event, she's receiving very, 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 very bad advice from her potential sorority sisters. Things like, he's obviously cheating on you. He's a guy. I'm sure he has a lot of hoes. Look at his phones just to be sure, right? But Whitney walks away from all the drama. Now, my opinion on this. It is important to establish titles because Whitney never asked Cannon if they were in a relationship, and he never said we're in a relationship until now. You know what I'm saying? So that conversation is very important to have. And to be honest, I don't play faithful until I have a title. So that is low-key on Whitney. However, that's why I don't know, like this talking stage and this dating and talking and are we in a relationship, is too many levels to this shit when it's really not that complicated. I'm single until you ask me to be your girlfriend. You never jump the gun, ladies. Okay? Play your role. But now, since this is where we are, we shouldn't even panic because what's done is done. We are now in a relationship now. So what's important is what we do from here on forward. That is my advice to Whitney. Now it is time for the gang to go to the Christmas party. At this Christmas party, Eric is upset that Bella sabotaged their magazine. Jackson tells Kimberly that she is indeed hot. And now let's get back into Whitney drama. Cannon gives Whitney his phone because it keeps falling out of his Santa pants, okay? So Cannon is paying Santa for his frat, okay? So it's time to take pictures with sexy Santa. And the first person that runs on the stage is fucking Zoe. I'm going to let y'all know now, I'm not Team Zoe. I'm not Team Zoe because it's giving no ma'am. It's giving no ma'am. So we find out that Cannon invited Zoe to the party. Of course, she wears this skimpy dress that Lila helped pick out, by the way. Can we talk about the fake shit? Knowing that Cannon has a girlfriend? Okay. And of course, Zoe's the first bitch to raise her hand and go sit on his lap. Now, this obviously stirs something up in Whitney. Like, it would have stirred some shit up in me because I would have snatched that bitch right off his motherfucking lap. Like, no cap. I have an attitude problem, y'all. I'm very possessive. I'm a Scorpio, okay? But instead, Whitney decides, I got his phone. I'm going to just be sure. I'm going to double check to make sure nothing's going on. Now, in Cannon's phone, Whitney sees a text message from Zoe saying something like, can we link up later? It's something I really need to talk to you about. I want to tell you how I feel XYZ, okay? So Cannon does indeed meet up with Zoe to have this conversation. Whitney confronts, what's that boy name? Cannon about the situation. And I agree with her. Why the fuck is you meeting up with some bitch? And he was like, oh, I just let her down gently. I know she has a crush on me, but I'm all about you. I told her I wasn't feeling her like that. Oh, really? When was this conversation? Because she damn sure picked out the skimpy ass dress and jumped on your motherfucking lap and you was there cheesing and smiling, taking pictures with your shirt open. So, like, it's giving mixed signals. How are you telling me that it's nothing, but everything you're doing is very much so something? I told y'all I was about to rant because I'm triggered. Like the manipulator he is, he turns it all around and gets mad at Whitney because she went through his phone. It don't matter if I went through your phone, I found something. No, I'm just playing. She shouldn't have gone through the phone, bro. She shouldn't have gone through the phone. But at the same time, no. Because she brought up something important like, why didn't you just tell me she was feeling you and that you turned her down? I didn't think I needed to because of how you act. Bitch, you need to because of how I acted last time. You thought you were being smart by sparing my feelings when in all actuality, you should have been telling me because of what happened last time. Like, you don't get to flip this around. Like, she's being manipulated. And he was like, I need a beat. Like, he needs fucking time alone. No, bitch. I need fucking time alone, you bug-eyed bitch. So, he takes his little beat or whatever. And it's after the Christmas party now. After the Christmas party, Cannon and Whitley are talking. And he tells Whitley that this isn't going to work out. And he breaks up with her. Are you fucking kidding me? The fucking nerve. He was like, I didn't think that it was going to be this hard. Bitch, it ain't hard. It ain't been no situations but two. And we just started dating. Like, what are you talking about? Communication on your end is the fucking problem, sir. And how much I want to bet that he gonna go fuck with Zoe? How much I want to bet? I've dated my fair share of coworkers. We spend a lot of time together. How much I want to bet he gonna talk to Zoe, bro? Like, bro, like, y'all have no idea. Like, please just write him out the show because this toxic shit is not healthy for me. I can't keep watching this shit if it's gonna keep going like this. Like, I cannot, okay? Anyways, after all of that, after the party, Layton and Whitney get accepted into the sorority, and Bella and Eric make up. The end. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure y'all hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button if you enjoyed my commentary so far. Leave a comment down below. Is Cannon a fuckboy? He is. You don't even really have to answer that. We all know. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. It's a date.